start. Let's go. Let's see here. Just wait for me. I forgot. Hmm. Just wait for me one more times, please. Um, um, all right, go ahead. Brandon, can you say my? Oh, sorry. Namo Shaka Buddha, please.
Namo Shaki Mani Buddha, Namo Shaki Mani Buddha, Namo Shaki Mani Buddha.
Hey, let's start then. Your sister locking in, Brand?
I think soon.
Okay. Go ahead, Brandon, please.
Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya. Homage to the enlightened Buddha, perfect in wisdom and compassion. Homage to the noble Dhamma, the universal law the Buddha taught. Homage to this holy Sangha, protectors of the noble Dhamma. To this triple gem, I go for refuge. May the triple gem bless and protect me and my loved ones tonight. May we be free from harm and danger. May we overcome our difficulties. May we always meet with success. May we be blessed with good health, strength, peace, and happiness.
Brandon, please. Brand, please.
Hold on, let me maximize my screen. May my parents, brothers, teachers, friends, and relatives be well and happy. May they be free from harm and danger. If they're faced with harm and danger, I wish they overcome their anxieties quickly. If they're faced with ill health, I wish they regain good health soon. May the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha bless and protect them. Protect me and my loved ones tonight, O blessed one. Keep us away from harm and danger. Let our sleep be peaceful so we awake in the morning refreshed in body and mind.
Okay. Queen, please.
If I have strayed from the true path, may I never do so again. If I have carelessly hurt someone today, by word or deed, may I be more mindful the next time. O Buddha, the enlightened one, help me to set my heart right. May my actions reflect your love and compassion. I shall strive to cleanse my heart from hate and envy and live in harmony with all people. I shall be close to the Dhamma and good as well as in difficult times. I know that should the moment come for me to leave the road, I shall do so without fear or regret, because I leave the world a better person than when I came into it.
Okay. Johnson, please.
Where at time.
Whatever.
Whatever wrong someone may do to me, may I be compassionate and forgive and bear no hatred in my heart. I shall bear in mind to be grateful for the acts of love and consideration shown to me, no matter how small they appear to be for those I love and those who love me. May this life be a blessing and a source of happiness to all beings. Namaste. I would like to share the merits I have gathered today as well as in the past with the Devas. May they rejoice in these merits and keep an eye on me and my loved ones. I would also like to transfer these merits to my departed relatives and friends. Wherever they are, may they be free from suffering and be happy.
Okay. Aaron, can you turn on the cam, please, Aaron? Now, Aaron, can you read the second precept, please, Aaron?
The second precept is do not steal.
Yeah.
Oh, we do not have the right to steal the property of others, nor to gain wealth by taking advantage of the labor of others. We must find ways to help others support themselves.
So what's about?
It's basically saying thievery is not cool.
Why?
Because one, it's not thoughtful or mindful, because others, when we steal, we're taking away not one, the result of their labor, and two, their labor.
How about cheating on the test?
Cheating on tests is, it's unfair because others do it without cheating, and you're cheating, so it's unfair.
In your life since you were baby up to now, every one of you, have you ever cheated on the test?
I don't think I cheated, actually.
You never?
No, I don't think I ever cheated for real. I don't know. I never thought how to cheat, actually. I don't even know how to cheat. How would I cheat?
Brandon? Brand?
I have never cheated on a test. But I've never cheated, but the thing is, I have a photographic memory. So when I see something, I can like it's like I can take a picture in my head and keep it. So I had like a history test today and I looked through one of my study guide things and I like took a picture in my head and I like figured out questions that I completely couldn't think about until like I look back and like figured it out.
Yeah. As long as you take picture and keep it on your head, it's not cheating. It's just your memorization, right? That's good. You have that kind of strong memorization. About Brandon, you never, right?
Technically, no.
Oh, good. Johnson, you never, right, Johnson?
Yeah, Ty.
Quyên, you never, right, Quyên?
No.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, you guys so good. Now here, let me show you guys this video clip, and you see that this is all kind here, all kind of crooked way that they get cheat on the test. Look at there. Before taking the test, yeah, they check everything. You see that use the pen, they use the pen, they transmit to someone outside and so forth, right? Yeah, even nowadays, right? It's a lot of things that people can cheat then. Okay, anyway, so Queen, suppose that your best buddy, your best friend cheat on the test, would you turn them in or would you keep silent?
It depends.
Depend.
Wait, no, it doesn't depend.
Why?
Yes,
Why?
because like, I mean, if I do turn them in, and then the teacher like gives them another chance, but like after school, then I can like help them study beforehand so they wouldn't cheat.
Okay. Johnson, suppose that your buddy, right? Somehow, yes, he never cheat on the test, but suppose somehow another best buddy of your cheat on the test in front of your eyes, would you turn them in, Johnson?
No, Ty.
Why not? You need to stop them. You need to tell them not to do the cheating.
That's
So what
true,
we do
but
again?
I'll just talk to them after this because if I see them cheating and if I know they're cheating, there must be a reason to why they really are cheating. It must be like they must have to do it.
You think it's a reason for cheating?
Yes, I feel like there's a reason to
Can you give some reason for cheating?
not fail.
Are they concerned about failing?
Yes, a lot of kids nowadays care about their grades so much because of the pressure that their parents put that they are willing to do anything they can. Even if you study like a lot, let's say, but if you're still not super confident on something and you have the ability to get all the correct answers on it and get a good grade, they might do it.
Aaron, is that logical or it's nonsense? What do you think?
I think it's unmoral
Why?
because that is not an excuse to cheat.
What do you think, Brand? Is that an skill or is logical to cheat then? What do you think?
I think it's like I would say it's immoral because if you just study, then you would probably retain the information. But like if you're like a person who doesn't study but just cheats instead, it's just, I mean, I can't really control people's lives, but like if they get caught, then they're just gonna have to, if they get caught cheating, they're just gonna have to pay for their actions by failing the test or whatever. So,
Okay. Have you seen your friend's body was caught on the test?
well, there was this guy in in like my science, not in my science class, but like in the class, like the teacher, it was the same teacher last year, and he got caught cheating because um he wrote like the answers on his like arms, and he wore a long sleeve shirt to school, and like yeah, he got caught. So not only he got punished, but now like every single time after that test, we had to like roll up our sleeves and everything so we didn't cheat. Only because one person decided to cheat.
Mess up everything. How you, Brandon? Suppose that your best buddy is sitting nearby you, and somehow he or she could not understand the question or could not solve that problem. So, but you done. Would you share when they ask you? Would you share with them?
Like when taking a test.
While you taking the test, would you share with them if they ask you?
Yeah, I'm sharing with them after the test.
No, during the test, not after the test. After the test, not say.
After, yeah, I'll help them after, but not here.
No, during the test, would you share if they ask you and they are your best buddy? Why not? Why not?
Even though I really want to help them, it's immoral because at the end of the day, that's on them.
So, Aaron, suppose that your best buddy is sitting nearby you and they ask your answer. Would you share or no way? It may break the.
No, I wouldn't pretend to ignore them.
Is that
I would pretend to ignore them. Pretend I
really?
don't hear them. I pretend I don't hear them.
Really? So you
Yeah.
think there's some reason for people to cheat on the test or nonsense?
I mean, maybe in their head there's reasons, but like if they tell them, I wouldn't accept any of them.
So in my sense, Johnson, what do you think?
I mean, I think I'm gonna switch my answer to what Aaron says now. Like, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna pay attention to them, like, or anything at all. They can do what they want.
Quyên, suppose that you done for the test, you done everything, but one of your best buddy sit nearby you and they ask you to help. Would you help out doing the test or no way, Quyên?
I would give a small hint.
Or you give them a small hint.
Like I would try to help them understand the question,
but
not.
while you're taking the test, you're not supposed to talk.
I can whisper.
No, it's called sitting too. Even if you speaker, right? Right? Yeah. The teacher may cut you too. They may cut you that you're talking while you're taking the test. And they may think you incorporate, you working with them, right?
Yeah.
Would you or no way you ignore them?
I would ignore them and wish them the best.
Okay. All right, here, let me show you some funny story, okay? Funny story and Quyên summarize the first story, okay? Quyên.
Ricky.
Move up here, this one here. Okay. Oh, no, that's not what I want. This is one here. Have you watched this one, this kind of video clip before, Quyên?
I don't think so.
I think so, huh? Okay, here, look at them. We don't need the Yeah, we don't need the movie, right? What do you think, Quyên? Oh, not yet, not yet. Let's okay.
Can't hear it.
We can't hear them.
Okay.
In the soda fountain. One circumstance that justifies this great scam is that the machine doesn't serve the drink they wanted. At least that's what they thought. Maybe this theft was a challenge they discovered on social networks and wanted to take up. Maybe it's a simple entertainment for them. Nevertheless, it is a stupid theft, since it is totally useless, as you will see. The two girls grab the cans and head for the soda fountain, out of sight of the cashiers. Then, they discreetly pour the contents of the can into the cup, eliminating the evidence of their crime. To keep up appearances, one of them will pour a few moments later. The young brunette woman will steal a cookie, with the complicity of their friend who is still standing at the bottom. Their illicit shopping finished, they nonchalantly leave the store, all happy with their turn. Unfortunately for them, all the sequences of the flight were recorded, and the images are so clear that we can identify their faces perfectly. But what's really ridiculous is that the two young ladies went to all the trouble of getting their favorite drink served by the soda fountain. They could have just checked first, before making their move. Considering the ease with which the two young women carried out this theft, one can fear that they are not used to it. The Indian.
What do you think, Quyên, about that clip, Quyên?
I think that they're very, clueless for not checking first before getting a can and getting a cup and pouring their drink in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Kaden. Welcome back, Kaden. Keep a cam on, Kaden. All right. Brandon, the next one. Okay, Brandon. Okay.
Indian state of Haryana was the scene of a very surprising crime during the month of April this year. A gang of thieves deprived a whole district of vaccines. As the country faced an alarming shortage of COVID-19 vaccine and the health crisis took its toll, a group of bandits set out to loot an entire shipment of vaccine. After breaking into the Jind hospital, the thieves ransacked everything in their path, breaking into locks and storage units. They were able to steal a total of 1,710 vaccines, without touching the medicines or cash. The reason their plan was so successful is that the hospital administration had not installed any security equipment. Worse, they didn't even have a security guard. But immediately after the theft, the local police registered a complaint against the perpetrators, who have not yet been identified. Were these thieves enemies of the public good, loners, or part of a network? It is likely that this theft was useless, since most vaccines degrade very quickly if they are not kept at an extremely low temperature. Even for specialists, storing vaccines is no easy task. But how could this gang of brutal thieves, who break everything in their path, have delicately placed these stolen vaccines at precise temperatures? Unfortunately, COVID-19 vaccines, like drugs and some medicines, are widely circulated on the dark web, and these greedy and selfish thieves do not hesitate in front of the lure of this game. Do you like this?
Okay. Brandon, what's about?
This group of robbers in India, they went inside this building, this medical building, and stole a bunch of COVID-19 vaccines.
Mm-hmm.
The problem on their part was that you have to keep the vaccines at a certain temperature for it to be usable. So they just stole a bunch of vaccines, but by the time they try to sell them, they won't be usable anymore. So
Okay. So what's the problem then? How could they get the profit from stealing the COVID-19 medicine?
how could they?
How could they use the COVID-19 medicine, a vaccine?
They couldn't though, right? Because it wasn't refrigerated. They said that you have to keep it refrigerated for the vaccines to be used or to be kept. But the thieves just stole it without.
They may sell on the black market or the dark website, right? Okay,
Yeah.
Brent, you ready? The next one, Brent?
Video? Then don't forget to give us a like, to subscribe to the channel, and to activate the bell, so you won't miss any of our next publications. We continue. In China's Qinhuai district, there is a man, nicknamed Wang, who once had the misfortune to incur a large gambling debt. It was imperative that he pay this debt, but he was far from having the necessary sum. In this critical situation, some people sometimes think of dishonest ways to get money. Wang, for example, had a bright idea inspired by Western films. This idea is very simple to carry out. It does not require violence, hostage-taking, or unparalleled computer skills. Wang was sure that by pouring bottles of water into vending machines, he would be able to produce a short circuit that would make all the bills in the machine flow out. The surveillance videos show him pouring several bottles into 3 vending machines without the slightest hindrance, causing material damage estimated at over 22,000 euros. It is difficult to determine how much profit this madman could have made from all this damage. However, it is certain that everything became more complicated for him, since the police quickly identified and found him. And the funny thing is that he dared to say that the culprit was his twin brother. We imagine that his debt must have been improved by a nice fine, and that all the problems he had must have put him off the game. In any case, we had a lot of fun with him.
Okay, what's about Ren? What's about him?
Well, it was about how this man was in serious gambling debt, so he thought that he could grab some liquids, dump them down a ATM, and he thought that the ATMs was short circuit, and well, he didn't get any money, and also he got caught, and he blamed it on his twin brother.
Okay. Ken and Kaden, keep a camera, please. Megan, how you been, Megan? Ken, you know what's meant by cheating on the test? Have you done in your life before?
I cheated on a test?
Have you ever in your life?
No, I can't.
Okay. So what happened if one of your best buddy asks you to share the answer while you're taking the test? Would you share?
I can't.
Yes
There's
or
no
no?
talk. They can't ask me because we can't talk during a test.
Still, they make a signal. They need you.
No.
Why not?
Yeah. I don't know how to. Like they want to give me they wanted me to give them answers. They had to tell me before class. But they tell me in the middle of class, I don't know how to help them with answers.
But what happened if they told you before taking the test, hey, share with me your answer. Is that okay?
Yeah.
You will share?
Yeah. If they don't pass, then it's their fault. I mean,
No. Would you share your answer to your best buddy?
yeah. Yeah.
That means you will be if you get caught, you be in big trouble too.
I won't get in trouble.
You have them to cheat on the test then.
Yeah, but then if the teacher grades it and then he gets an F, then it's his fault for copying my answers.
But still, so that means you willing to help your friends to cheat on the test?
Yeah. If they're gonna get in trouble, then they get in trouble. It's not my fault.
Really? No.
I mean, I don't do it. Like, I don't ask my friends to give me answers, but if they do, then it's gonna be their fault.
But they blame on you because you share the answer then.
They can't blame it on me. I'm not gonna let them blame it on me. I'm gonna tell the teacher what really happened.
But still, right? So Kaden, keep a camera on, please. So what do you think, Aaron? The teacher will after that the teacher will give them the punishment for both the one that share the answer and the one that get the answer.
Yes.
Both, right? Both will get the problem, right? Get in the trouble,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So Megan, are you there, Megan? Can you hear?
Yeah.
So you know what happened with the problem of cheating on the test?
In my school, you just get a 0, like automatically.
Okay. Ken, tell your friends, your brother to turn on the cam.
Okay.
So the topic here today we talk about the stealing, the cheating. What's the problem with the stealing, Megan?
If they feel like they have to cheat, that most of the time it's the student's fault because they didn't pay attention or they didn't study or they didn't do that, like all that. But like I've seen some like things where it's like the teacher's fault because they don't like teach it correctly or like something like that. Like, but
Okay,
most of the time it's the student's fault.
Hayden, keep it. So, Ken, suppose that you know your brother, he cheat on the test. Would you give him a lesson or would you let him go?
I think I'll give him a lesson
Why? Why you need to give him a lesson?
because I don't want him to
Why you
do
need to give him a lecture?
because I don't want him to build a habit of cheating on a test.
So, Hayden, have you ever cheat on the test before, Hayden?
No.
Oh, good. What happened if some of your friends need your answer while you're taking the test? Would you share?
No.
Move the screen down so that we can see your handsome face, sir. All right. So, can you tell them what's the problem of stealing or cheating? What's the problem then?
You can build that habit, and then when you get older, it'll when you get older, it'll be you have worse consequences.
How about while you play football? Some people they cheat on the game too, right?
Yeah,
So how could you stop them? You just report to your teacher or coach or what?
you can't do anything about it.
Really? But
No.
what happened when the other team cheat on the games?
We can't say anything unless we can't really do anything about it. We have to let the refs see it.
So, okay. So, have you ever been stolen anything in your house, in your room, or so forth?
No,
No, never.
we never had our house. We never been like our house. We never been broken into.
Oh, good. But be careful. Who have been stolen something before? Brandon, what happened? Aaron, someone break into your room and took something else?
No, someone came into our house and they stole our house, or they stole stuff from our house.
Really? In Houston?
Yeah.
What did they take?
They took TV, my mom's wedding ring. Yeah.
Okay. How about you, Brandon? Has anyone broken into your house, or you lost anything before, or you been stolen something before?
Fortunately, not the house, but I remember this one time. It was a school event, and we got these really cool sunglasses, and on the like a mirror, you could see like a mirror. That day in aftercare, I put it in the side of my backpack. I come at the end of the day, it's gone. Someone stole sunglasses. So that is my experience with something being stolen.
What happened if you caught them? Would you forgive them or you sue them?
Well, at that time, I was also doing taekwondos.
Megan, have you ever loosened something because someone stole your stuff before?
No.
Oh, good. How about you, Brand?
What did you say?
Have you ever loosened something or someone have stolen something from you before?
Yes.
Happen.
It was like in the past, but like when my grandma was still here and I still was like living at my old house,
Okay.
a lot of the children would steal my toys and take it home for themselves.
They took your toys?
Yeah.
How about you, Quyên? if someone stolen your stuff, would you forgive them or would you tell their parents?
Wait, would I forgive them or would I tell their parents?
Mhm.
I would ask them why they stole it first, and if it's a stupid reason, then I'll tell their parents.
Okay. Okay. All right. How about Caden? Have someone ever stole something from you before?
No.
Good. Well, you have good karma, and okay. So Caden, can you tell one more time why student is so bad? Why?
And then karma can come back to you.
Can you give an example?
No.
Can we give an example when someone stole something, the karma will get them? Ken, can you help your brother? Ken?
I think like something like during a game, if like one of my teammates like cheat, I guess,
Mhm.
and the ref sees it, then we can get a penalty for it. Like we can get a consequence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Aaron. So this is a Zen story. Yes, your favorite one. Okay, can you read and summarize what's about? Okay, this is the Zen story. Go ahead, Aaron.
Going with the flow. A Taoist story tells of an old man who accidentally fell into the river rapids, leading to a high and dangerous waterfall. Onlookers feared for his life. Miraculously, he came out alive and unharmed downstream at the bottom of the falls. People asked him how he managed to survive. I accommodated myself to the water, not the water to me. Without thinking, I allowed myself to be shaped by it, plunging into the swirl. I came out with the swirl. This is how I survived.
Okay, what's about?
So a man fell into a fast-moving river. This river, it flowed all the way down to a waterfall, and then but then but instead of dying, he survived. And so the people that were around, they saw this, and then they came up to him and asked, like, how did he survive? And he just said that he he basically became with the water, not the water against him.
Does that make sense?
Yes,
Why? Why it makes sense?
it's like he's like molding into its shape.
Okay. Can you give some example in your life that you are with the flow and you can resolve any problem?
Maybe when you're I think it happens a lot with dealing with either one or more people, you know, like in a group, either you and someone else or you with multiple people. So like it's you have to conform with the group, because if you are so arrogant and I guess selfish, then it would not be a flow. It would be very stagnant.
Okay.
That's a flow.
Johnson, like last time you were the head of the dragon dance, and I felt that you so nervous, right? Johnson,
Yes, Ty.
happened? You're the leader. How could you be nervous? How could you go with the flow with the dragon dance?
I feel like at the time I was just overwhelmed by, I don't know. It happens before every it happens before every performance. But then when I went out there, I became okay. So, you know,
What's the difference between before and after then? Before, during, after the dance, and what happened then?
I feel like before I was thinking about messing up, and then after, like or maybe during, right? During, I was thinking I can't mess up. So I was just like in the zone. I was just doing it. And then after, I just felt, hey, we did it.
Oh. So what's the lesson then?
Don't be worried.
Yes. So Brent, so you did the marching band before, right? You going to do some soon?
The next thing is like the introductory, which is happening May 2nd.
Okay.
But I'm like for like the summer camp, I am skipping the June stuff just for you, Ty, and all the other people. But yes.
Too bad for you then. You missed your best friend around here.
Yeah, I really do miss the people around there. So
Only once per year, not every month, just once per year. Anyway, that's your decision. Anyway, go back here. Usually you go with the flow before, during, and after the marching band, or are you nervous at the beginning?
usually I can feel a little nervous before like every single performance, but like when you're just getting into it, you have to like do good. So I just stopped getting scared.
Good. Well, Ken, so before, during, or after the games, you have any anxiety, any stress, or with the flow with the games?
Usually there's no after, but I have a little bit of anxiety before, get a little nervous. Well, it was like during the beginning of the season, maybe the first 4 games probably. I was like really anxious, but then after that I got used to being playing out a game.
So which one is better? At first you concern, you have that type of anxiety, or and later on you merge with the game, right? You will not pay attention much about anxiety anymore, right? You play along with the game, right?
Yeah, once the game starts going, the anxiety goes away. So
Megan, so you do the marching band too, right, Megan?
No, I don't.
What do you do for the sport?
I play tennis.
Oh, you play tennis. So would you go with the flow of your tennis before, during, or after, or do you have some kind of nervous before the games?
No, I'm not nervous when I play.
Oh, wow. So you're a strong lady, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How about you, Queen? You play any sport, Queen?
To be honest, I don't have any time to play any sports.
Okay. Okay. How about before, during, and after taking the test? You nervous before, during, and after, or no?
Not that much.
Good. So you calm mind, right? How about Caden? You play any sport, any game? Caden?
No.
Oh, Ken, your brother never play any sport?
no, he doesn't play sports anymore.
Yeah, you need to take him out to play some kind of sport to be active, right? All right. So Megan, I need you to summarize the story. It's okay, Megan?
Yeah.
Right, good. Thank you.
During the Buddha's time, while he was staying at the Chetavana temple, he told a story about a certain monk. On one occasion, 60 monks, after having obtained a topic for contemplative practice from the Buddha, traveled to Matika village. There, Matika Mata, mother of the village leader, had a monastery built for them so that they could stay in the village during the rainy season. She offered them alms food and declared herself a lay supporter. The monks were serious about their practice. They feared that if they failed to attain liberation from their wrong views, they would risk rebirth in hell realms. They conferred and decided not to waste any time socializing or fraternizing. They agreed that they would only come together during alms rounds or if the bell rang, signaling that a monk was sick and needed aid. And so, when Matika Mata came to visit the monks, she did not see a single person. She asked her servants where the monks were. She was told that they were all out in the forest practicing contemplation. They told her that the monks would only come back if someone rang the bell. Matika Mata, greatly wishing to meet the monks, rang the bell. When the monks returned, they all arrived separately and from different directions. No two monks came back together. Matika Mata said, "My lord, are the monks bickering? Why did you all come back separately?" Lay supporter, we are not fighting. We are practicing the Dhamma of a samana. Venerable sir, what is the Dhamma of a samana? It is the contemplation of the 3 common characteristics of the 32 constituents of the body. We contemplate each constituent part of the body and observe how it is impermanent, always changing. We contemplate how each constituent part of our body causes us suffering. We contemplate how each constituent part of our body is not in our control and will not be as we wish. We tried to find evidence that the body is not us and does not belong to us. This is the Dhamma of the samana. Most venerable, is that something that only monks can contemplate? Lay supporter, it is something anyone can contemplate. Matika Mata eagerly went home and practiced what the monk had told her. She observed the 3 common characteristics in each of the 32 constituent parts of the body. She focused on observing the impermanence, the suffering, and the lack of self. She used her personal experiences as a basis to convince her mind of the absolute truth. She contemplated the suffering that comes with having hair. Sometimes it fell out. Sometimes it got tangled. Sometimes it did not look how she wanted. This all led to suffering. She contemplated all the suffering that came from taking care of it. She had to wash it, cut it, style it, straighten it, trim it, and many other things. So much time and effort had gone into maintaining and caring for her hair. She contemplated the suffering that came when her hair did not do as she wished. When she woke up, her hair was a mess. Sometimes her hair was oily. Sometimes her hair changed color. Whenever her hair was not how she wanted, she felt suffering. She contemplated the impermanence of her hair. When she was younger and her hair was growing, it was healthy and beautiful. As she grew, her hair began to have problems. Sometimes her hair fell out. Sometimes it turned white. She contemplated how her hair would be in the future. It would turn mostly white and thin out. She realized the lack of control she truly had over her hair. She could not control it. She could not command it. It was truly beyond her control. She could not even truly call it her hair. It would only be with her for a short time. remain beyond her control and cause her suffering. She contemplated that inside her body, every single constituent part was exactly the same. Her body was made up of many parts. Each part would eventually decay, fall apart, or rot. Her skin would eventually develop wrinkles, blemishes, and various marks. Her organs would age, become weak, and eventually rot and decay. She contemplated each and every organ and viscerally saw the change, the filthiness, and the eventual death and decay of each organ. Each organ was subject to change, aging, and death. Each constituent part of her body was filthy and undesirable. Matika Mata practiced with diligence, and when her wisdom was ripe, she attained enlightenment at the level of Anagami. Along with her enlightenment, she also attained analytical insight and mundane supernormal powers. She used her supernormal powers and directed them towards the monks. She wondered to herself, have the monks attained enlightenment? No, they have not. She saw that each monk still had desire, anger, and delusion within himself. She then considered, do they have the potential to become enlightened? They do. Then what is blocking their path? Do they have some obstruction due to their living situations? No, their living situations are proper. Do they have some obstruction due to their companions? No, their companions are proper. Do they have some obstruction due to their food? Yes, the food they are receiving is not proper for their bodies and desires. This is causing a distraction for them, leading them to not being able to focus on their contemplations. Their minds keep obsessing over the food that they receive or might receive. Matika Mata then ordered proper and choice food to be prepared and offered to the monks every day. Once their food obstruction was eliminated, the monks were able to fully focus on their contemplation of the 32 constituent parts of the body. The monks were able to fully focus on the impermanence, suffering, and lack of control. After this, the monks were all able to attain full enlightenment as arahants. All the monks reflected gratefully that the proper food that Matika Mata offered, along with lodgings and other requisites, were a key factor in their attaining enlightenment. They were now finally free from the rounds of rebirth. They truly anumotana, or rejoiced with Matika Mata's support. At the end of the rainy season, monks all prepared to return to the Chetavana temple. Matika Mata formally requested that the monks come back to visit her and the villagers in the future. What did you learn from this story? Let us know in the comments.
Nathan? Yeah, go ahead, Megan. Brand, can you help your sister?
Um, my computer was like the audio was kind of weird, and like I don't know.
Brandon, can you summarize what's about?
I can summarize the.
Go ahead. Summarize.
This is most of it. So, what I got from the video was in the beginning, there was a group of monks that meditated in the forest, right? Rule that they would to attain to break the cycle of rebirth. They had to.
Not yet. Before that, what happened? Who support them?
Oh,
How did they practice?
how did they practice?
Aaron, can you summarize for Brandon, please? Aaron, what's about?
Group of monks.
Yeah, keep it. Come on,
They're in
please.
the forest, and their practice was Oh, okay. The practice was not the same as. I mean, like it was what's the word? Not mindful. Like it did. They did stuff that prevented them from being I forgot what they did specifically, but it was preventing them from further developing in their journey.
Okay.
Like they're eating good food.
Okay.
Their food was too good.
Okay. What
It
happened?
wasn't mindful. So they thought to
What
to
happened?
not talk to each. They said to not talk to each other for, but or like they decided to part ways for, and they will only meet once every year.
No,
Unless
no. They only when they hit they live together in the forest, so they only come when the bell was hit. A signal the time for them to have lunch, or if someone have urgent care.
oh yeah, and then this lady hit the bell, and then they came to the lady, and then the lady
What did the monk teach the lady, and what happened to her?
then I didn't get what happened.
Really? Quyên,
I
you follow?
didn't get that part.
Quyên,
I
you
only
follow?
got to the part where her hair was
Okay.
like all over her place, and her organs were
What
not working.
What happened with her contemplation about her own hair?
She wanted pretty hair.
Okay.
But in the end, she didn't hold up with her side of things, so her hair went everywhere and unhealthy.
Okay.
And then her organs started failing as well.
Okay.
And then the monks came together in the forest, and they asked like, how come, like, how have they not obtained their goal?
Okay. How could she support them?
And then they're talking about food, the food they're
Yes.
eating.
Anyway, come back. So
And that the food they eat is preventing them because it's too because they're always thinking about I was just saying they were just thinking about the food and what would they expect from the food because it was so good.
Okay. What happened after that? Ken, what you learn from this story, Ken?
Sorry, I was doing my work for school.
Really? Pay attention, okay? Oh, Queen, what you learn from this story, Queen?
I was busy.
What's that?
I was busy looking for something that I lost, so I couldn't
Johnson, what you
listen
learn
that
from this
much.
story, Johnson? Megan, you learn anything from this story, Megan? It's be a tough story, right? How about Brandon? Tell what you learn from this story, Brandon.
I learned about impermanence when she was talking about her hair and then her organ. There's so much about her hair.
Okay. What else? How she support the monks, right?
Yeah.
How?
She supported by giving them food.
So that they can satisfy and focus on the practice, right?
Also, as a residential like place to stay.
The hut. So, Brand, what you learn from this story, Brand?
I don't think my computer is very good right now.
But try your best. What you learn then? Try your best.
I couldn't really see the video, so I couldn't really know about the video.
Okay, you have pay attention. Okay, Johnson, are you there, Johnson? Okay, Aaron, can you tell them one more time, Aaron? What's the main theme of this story, Aaron? Aaron, you there? Caden, can you hear Caden? Ken, Caden, he here or no?
I can't tell. I can go check.
Yeah, keep a cam on then. Anyway, so again, so this lady, right? She learned the lesson from the monk, right? And that time, she went back to do meditation, to do that kind of contemplation, and she got some kind of realization, and she has psychic power to recognize the problem, the obstruction of the monks, especially thinking too much about the food. That's why she provide the food that satisfy them. That's why they could advance in their spiritual practice, right? Okay, so I know this is sometimes is it about the meditation, but later on, when you grown up, right, you may support other people, but you need to know their needs, right? Okay, all right. So let's just finish that one, okay? So okay, Ken, can you say number one, please, Ken? Go ahead.
To the Buddha I return and rely, vowing that all living beings understand the great way profoundly and Bring forth the Bodhi mind.
Thank you. So please next time pay attention, okay? Brand, next one to Brand, number 2, please.
To the Dharma I return and rely, vowing that all living beings deeply enter the Sutra treasury and have wisdom like the sea.
Okay, Brandon, the last one, please. Brandon.
To the Sangha I return and rely, vowing that all living beings form together a great assembly, one in all in harmony.
Thank you. Megan, are you there, Megan? Can you say may I?
May I do good in school?
May I do good in school?
May I be happy?
May I be
May I
happy.
be happy.
And may the rest of my school year be successful.
And may the rest of my school year be successful.
Okay, thank you. Quyên, my parents, please, Quyên.
May our parents be positive.
May
May
our parents be positive.
May our parents be healthy.
May our parents be healthy.
May our parents live a long life.
And may our parents live a long life.
Okay. All right, go ahead, Aaron. My weekend, please, Aaron.
Oh, may your weekend be non-regretful.
May your weekend be
We can be non-regretful.
May your weekend bring a good, may your weekend bring about a good, may your weekend be fruitful.
May our weekend be fruitful.
And may your weekend be exciting.
May our weekend be exciting.
Okay, thank you. All right,
Bye.
so and
Things we always want more. Even as a child, miss more.
tell them the story first, Diana.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, guys, I'm gonna share my screen with you. Who wants to volunteer to read the story? Someone that I haven't picked last week. All right, how about we do Ashley or Olivia? I don't know who said it first.
Actually, I didn't because my sister was like in the way.
Okay, I don't know who said it first, but you know what? One of you guys, please read this.
Okay, the first. Ooh. On the third visit, Siddhartha and Jana saw 4 men carrying another man on a stretcher. Jana told Siddhartha that the man was dead and was going to be. What does this word mean? What is this word again?
Cremated.
What?
Cremated. It's like when
Cremated?
when you know your body gets burned up into ash.
Oh yeah, that one. I know, but I didn't know how to pronounce it. He also said that no one can escape death and told the prince everyone will die one day. When they returned to the palace, Siddhartha kept on thinking about what he had seen. Finally, he made a strong decision to find a way out of suffering old age, sickness, and death.
All right, thank you for reading. You did a great job. Is anybody confused on like the story? You guys understand what happened?
Yeah.
You guys remember that whole thing about like how Buddha, saw the 4 things that like changed him and like pushed him to become the Buddha and become enlightened?
Yeah.
All right. So everybody understood that? We're clear with that one?
Yeah.
All right. Then let's move on to the Buddha. Thus I heard. Again, I'm gonna play this for like 5 minutes. So that's a little bit long. So please pay attention, guys.
Oh, this might
my god, can it? Okay, never mind.
Because of that one courtesan, the 30 of us have had to go through all this trouble, forcing our way through the forest into this cotton plantation.
That's right. She stole our clothes and our jewelry. If we catch up with her, then...
Wait. Look, there's an ascetic sitting under that tree over there. Let's ask him if he saw her pass by.
Ascetic, sir, did you see a courtesan dressed in green pass by here?
Please, sir, she took off with our clothing and our jewelry. So now we're searching for her, but we can't seem to find her.
Oh, Bhattavagya, is it better for you to seek for this woman or to seek for yourselves? I guess it would be better to seek for ourselves. In that case, I will teach you the Dhamma. The wise person rids himself of infatuation and preoccupation with the 5 sensual pleasures. He sees that life is short, and to be distracted by such pleasures is like being snagged and bound up, just as a fish is caught by a hook. Having taken the bait, it's a cause for much suffering and struggle thereafter. Bhattavagya, you have now all been ordained as Buddhist monks. So go forth and proclaim Buddhism by spreading the Dhamma for the benefit and happiness of all. Ascetic, sir, why are you coming into my hermitage? Venerable Uruvela Kassapa, I've come to ask permission to stay here. Here we practice fire worship, but this ascetic is not one of our kind. What does he want? I'm sorry, sir. I have no accommodation for you here. Please look elsewhere. But I would suggest that you travel in a different direction from this. This bank of the Naranya Jara is occupied by we 3 Jatila brothers. My name is Uruvela Kassapa. The surrounding area belongs to myself and my 500 followers. Further on down the river is the hermitage of my younger brother, Nadi Kassapa, and his 300 followers. The area beyond that is occupied by Gaya Kassapa, my youngest brother, with his 200 followers. These 3 riverside hermitages are full. There's no room for you to stay. But I can see a place which is available. Where, ascetic? In your fire-worshipping shrine. Please give me permission for me to stay there. Ascetic, I don't mind if you stay in there, but I must warn you that there is a fierce and strongly poisonous serpent king in there.
All right, so we're gonna stop it after 5 minutes. All right, who can summarize the 5 minutes that we just watched? Right, better question. Who's confused? Lana, you're confused. Sophie, you're confused. Kyle, you're confused. All right. So is everybody confused on what we watched?
Yeah, and there was a, and I was kind of scared at some part.
It's all right. It's all right. All right. So I'll summarize it for you guys. So what the 5 minutes we watched, okay, they were like 2 separate stories, all right? So you know how like things started getting creepy after like 2 minutes? And when it moved to the temple, that's a different story. So we're gonna focus on the first 2 minutes. The first 2 minutes, you guys remember like that group of like men walking into the cotton plantation, right?
Yeah, I know that part. And the Buddha teachings were kind of hard.
Yeah. So basically, the men, they found Buddha sitting under a tree, and they're like, when they asked Buddha, if he saw this little courtesan come by that had all their clothes and jewelry because she like took it from them or she stole it from them.
What are a courtesan?
I don't know what a courtesan is, to be honest, but all you need to know is that a courtesan is a lady, all right? So this lady took their clothes and jewelry, right? And they want to take it back. So they're looking for her and they walk through the cotton plants to try to find her. But they find Buddha instead. So they ask Buddha, like, oh, Buddha, like, well, they didn't call him Buddha, but they said, oh, ascetic, can you help us like find the lady that took our stuff? And then Buddha asked them, do you want to find her or do you want to find yourselves? And after they said, we want to find ourselves, Buddha taught them that like, oh, life is short and you can't give in to like these pleasures. Like life is short, so you just gotta, focus on living your life like the best way that you can. So basically ignore like material stuff like clothes and jewelry and just focus on living a good life. So then after that, you guys saw how all the group of men that came into the cotton plants, they all became like Buddhist monks too. And then they went to go spread like the Dharma.
Like, yeah, the 2 minutes. At first, I thought Buddha duplicated himself.
He didn't, but he did convert a lot of people into becoming Buddhist monks. So you guys understand that, right? Everybody understand the 2 minutes so far?
Yeah.
All right. So the next part we watched was a different story. This one was, an introduction to the 3 fire worshipping hermitages. Don't know if I said that right, but basically Buddha comes up to Uruvela Kasapa, one of the leaders of the fire worshipping hermitages, and basically he asks Uruvela Kasapa if he could stay at his like hermitage, and Uruvela's like, I don't know, this dude, like he just came here walking. That's kind of strange. Like he doesn't belong to one of us. He doesn't worship fire. Does everybody understand that so far?
Oh.
So he's like, oh, like he doesn't worship fire like one of us. He can't stay here. He doesn't belong here, right? So like he tells Buddha like, oh, sorry, like you can't stay here. We don't have space. Everything's full. And like even if you go further down, like my 2 other brothers, they also worship fire and they also have a bunch of followers that worship fire. So you don't belong here and you won't find space here. So it's full. But then Buddha asks him like, oh, like I know where there's space, and Buddha says there's space in your fire worshipping temple. And then Uruvela warns him that there's like a poisonous serpent king in there, and that's where we stopped it. So does everybody understand that?
Yeah. Yes.
You guys are good there? We understand now?
Yeah.
All right. I'm not gonna ask you guys to summary it because I already gave you the summary. So we're all clear? I know I keep sounding the same questions, but we're all clear now?
Yeah.
All right. You guys ready for the final video?
Yeah.
All right. It's your favorite, the Jaka Tales.
The Lion and the Jackal. Once upon a time, In a dense jungle, a hungry jackal met a ferocious lion. The lion had just caught his prey and was on his way home. When the lion saw the jackal, he said angrily,
"What is it? What do you want?"
The jackal knew he could not escape now, so he said,
Your Majesty, I would like to serve you.
The lion was pleased to hear this and agreed. The jackal was also thrilled. He thought,
Now I will never be hungry again.
the lion said,
"Every day you will go to the top of that hill and inform me if there are any animals in the forest below."
The jackal agreed, and the next morning he set out to climb the hill. Soon he reported,
My lord, there is an elephant down there.
The lion immediately went hunting and killed the elephant. He then ate his fill and left the rest for the jackal. Months passed and the jackal became restless.
There is no difference between the lion and me. I can also hunt if I only knew where my prey was,
he thought. So he went to the lion and said,
Your Majesty, you have been very generous to me. But I would like to eat something that I have killed.
The lion tried to dissuade the jackal, but in vain. Finally, he agreed and climbed the hill to scout for a prey for the jackal. He soon spotted an elephant and informed the jackal. The jackal rushed down to catch the elephant. He jumped at the elephant, hoping to catch its throat, but missed. The elephant was perplexed, and in the confusion, he stepped on the jackal and killed him. The lion came by and, seeing the jackal, said,
"If only my dear friend knew his limitations, he would have lived a long and happy life."
All right. So who can summarize what we watched? All right, Sophia, go nuts.
So one day, I think a jackal didn't want to be killed, I think. And then to the lion, the jackal said that I'll look for a prey for you and then you'll get it. So one day, the jackal was on the mountain and then he was pointing at the little elephant, and then the lion went and killed the elephant and he ate some of it, and then he left the rest for the jackal. And then one day he said, the jackal said that you've been so kind to me, how about you look for the prey and then I will catch it. And then the lion said, sure. But the jackal regretted his decision after that because he was trying to get the elephant, but he fell down. He missed, and then the elephant stepped on him, and he died anyways. And then the lion said, "My dear friend, you shouldn't have done that to the little jackal." Did like this.
All right. Thank you, Sophia. All right, so who knows what the moral was?
You have
Know
to
your limits.
Yes, know your limits. Good point. Don't get greedy with, what you have. It's above your head. Don't try to go above and beyond. Is anybody confused with that? Yes, no, maybe so. You guys
I
understand?
think I have a notebook cut. It's from my notebook.
You have a paper cut?
I don't think it's from paper. I think it's from my notebook cover.
All right, well, I hope your cut heals, but you guys understand the video? Is anybody confused? I'll take that as we're good.
So Diana, do you ask one by one which story that they like the most?
I'll do it now. All right, let me go down the line. Sophia, which story did you like the best? What did you learn from it?
I like the jackal one, and I like it because it tells you one day you'll regret your decision.
I mean, why would you regret your decisions?
Do not. You'll regret your decisions.
You'll regret your decisions, if you don't know your limits, if you go too far, right? All right, so good answer. All right, Olivia, Ashley, one at a time. Which did you like more? Which story did you like the best, and what did you learn from it?
Buddha. The Buddha one.
The Buddha one we read, or the Buddha one we watched?
The Buddha one that we watched.
What did you learn from it?
Like there's an evil serpent king, poisonous.
All right.
You said all that.
How about your sister? What's her favorite story that you learned?
Same thing.
Same thing. All right. Good answer, guys. Lana. Lana, what was your favorite story that we learned from today?
My favorite story was the Jaka Tales.
What did you learn from it?
I learned that you shouldn't go off your limits.
Good answer. Good answer. Kyle, what story did you like the best today?
The jackass story.
Nice. What did you learn from it?
Like, don't get too cocky and think that you're you can do everything by yourself, and you don't need any assistance at all.
Good answer. All right, Ariel.
My favorite was the Jaka Tales.
Nice. What did you learn from it?
To not go over what you could take.
Mm-hmm. All right. Zelda, what story did you like the best?
The Jaka Tales. And what I learned is to not be greedy, share some, because Maybe Karma will come back. They'll share some to you.
Good answer. All right, Ethan. Ethan, are you there?
I think he went to the bathroom.
All right, then.
Yeah, Diana, they done?
Yeah.
Yeah, ask him. May I, my parents, and my weekend, please.
All right, who wants to do may I?
Me.
Who said me? Ashley or Olivia?
And stop pointing to me at her.
Okay, one of you guys do may I?
May I be happy? May I be happy? May I be good? May I be good?
be
May I
good.
be good? May I get good grades? May I get good grades?
All right, good job.
Good grades.
Who wants to do may our parents?
Me.
All right, Ariel, go ahead.
May your parents be wealthy.
May
May
our
your parents be wealthy. May your parents have good luck. May your parents have good luck. May your parents live long.
May
May
our
your
parents.
parents live long.
All right, thank you. Who wants to do may our weekend?
Me.
All right, Zelda, go ahead.
May our weekend be fun.
May our
May our weekend be fun. May our weekend be enjoyable. May our weekend be enjoyable. May our weekend be great.
May our
May
weekend
our
be.
weekend be great.
All right, thank you, Zelda. Thank you guys for participating.
Okay, everyone say thank you, Diana. One.
Thank you, Diana. Thank you, Diana.
Thank you, Diana.
No problem, guys.